Hey guys, it's Ryan from the Mavericks. This is podcast episode 10. We are 1/40th of the way there to 400 podcast episodes. And today we're talking about attention. So there are 7 points I want to cover. Number 1, why attention is important. Number 2, consistency in building attention. Number 3, the need for value to build attention. Number 4, the need to be human to build attention. Number 5, the need to be authentic to build attention. And then number 6, choosing something to be an expert in so you can get people's attention. And number 7, your method to finally get people's attention. So let's go through all of these 7 points. So the first thing is this. Yesterday's episode, I talked to you about influence. Now, before you can actually exert influence on any person, somebody has to be listening to you. Someone has to be paying attention to you. That's the value of attention. So before influence comes attention. And attention is its own game. Getting people's attention is difficult, just like influencing people is difficult. So that is its own game that you need to focus on. So focus on attention before you try to build influence. So these are the 4 ways to build attention. So number 1, you want to be consistent. Now think about it this way. People's lives are like a ship in stormy waters, right? These people are defined by what are the persistent anchors in their life. Their families, their friends, their work, their social lives. These things are what is their anchor because it's persistent. So the more persistent you are in their life, the more of an anchor you will become for them. So going back to this example of a ship being on a stormy sea, an anchor is something that keeps a ship in place and keeps it from being swayed by the waves. If you are consistent in your constant delivery of value to the person that you're talking to, they will make you their anchor in their life and they will start looking forward to you. The second thing to build attention after consistency is consistently delivering value. Now you got to be careful here. Again, imagine this ship idea. If you are an iceberg in someone's life, so yeah, you're always persistently there, but you're persistently a struggle for them to deal with. And the reason is because that every time you appear, you're not giving them value. Everybody is trying to get to some place in their life, some destination that's better than where they are right now. And if you are inhibiting them from getting there, you are an iceberg. You are a persistent iceberg. That's because you're not delivering value. But take another example. If they are someone in the desert, right, and they are desperate for food and water and shelter from the heat, and you are their oasis, they'll come towards you. And that is because you are giving them value. You're giving them something that they are looking forward to get to a better place than where they are right now. All right. So again, just go back to the ship example. If they're trying to go from point A to point B and you're persistently in their way, it's because you're not giving them value. You're an iceberg. They want to delete you. But if they're in a desert and they want to get to a better place like an oasis and you are their oasis because you are giving them value, they're going to come towards you. They're not going to delete you. They're going to embrace you. Right? So the first thing to building attention is being consistent. The second thing to building attention is constantly delivering value. Now, the third thing to building attention is humanness. Now, this is going to be an interesting example, but always compare in this circumstance, Superman to Batman. Batman is far more popular than Superman. Why is that? Superman, he's got laser eyes. He's faster than a speeding bullet. He can lift up a plane. He's the strongest man in the world. He's superhuman and he's virtuous. He's like everything perfect, everything that's not relatable to a typical human. But Batman has no superpowers. He's completely human. He's crushed by his past and he uses that past to build up his future. And so we resonate with Batman more than we resonate with Superman, which is why Batman is a far more popular character than Superman is, despite what anyone says. And the other thing too is people love the underdog story. Why do people love the underdog story? They just don't like the person who is the hero from the day that they're born. They like the person who went from a struggling lifestyle, a struggling background, to something of a hero in the future because he resonates with us, because we're all human. So when you are consistently delivering value to people, you also have to show that your life is not perfect, right? You see on Instagram and Facebook, everyone's showing how they have these perfect vacations and their children sleep well at night and like everything's hunky-dory at home. That's not reality. People can't resonate with that. It is when people see your humanness, both your successes and your failures, your past trials and tribulations and your past successes, that they can come to trust you because they resonate with you. So, consistently deliver value, but be human about it. Admit your past mistakes and embrace them and discuss them, but also give people hope about the successes you've had in the past and the successes they will have in the future. Now, the fourth thing to build up attention is authenticity. In my opinion, the best movie actors, the best entertainers on YouTube, all have one thing in common. They are their authentic selves on camera, right? Now, for all of you watching, you have a group of friends, right? Which means that you have likable traits. You have a likable personality. The problem is that as soon as you get on camera, those traits that are likable get filtered out by the camera because there's like a fear of what the camera will expose in you, right? It is the people that can get rid of the camera filter and be the authentic selves on camera, the people that can stutter like I'm stuttering, the people that can film, videos like this in an unfinished basement just after working out, the people that are authentic when they don't care about what you think about them, right? That is when people start to pay attention to you because your likable traits start to come out. And if your likable traits come out, people love you because that's why you have friends, right? So the same reason people are your friends are the same reason your audience will be your friends, because those authentic personality traits of yours are coming out through the camera. So you got to be authentic. All right. So taking these 4 factors and understanding the need for attention to build influence, the question is, what's our step? What's our first step to build influence? Or what's our first step to build attention? The very first thing to do is to determine what it is you are going to deliver value on, right? What is your area of expertise? Now, most people think that they don't have an area of expertise, but that's not true. And I'll give you an example. You may not have opened Michelin star restaurants, but maybe you opened a restaurant. And maybe you didn't open all types of restaurants. Maybe you opened just Thai restaurants. And maybe you just opened one Thai restaurant in Hamilton. Well, guess what? You are a subject matter expert now on opening Thai restaurants in Hamilton. Because now you understand market demographics, you understand trends, you understand the geography, you understand the bylaws. You are now the expert in opening Thai restaurants in Hamilton. You can get very niche in the area of expertise that you want to be focused on, right? So you don't have to be the subject matter expert on everything. You just need to be the subject matter expert on one specific niche. And this goes back to my niching videos that I was talking about in the past podcast episodes in the past. All right? So you can niche down to the area of expertise that you want to be on, and people are going to follow you. And this is why. People don't want 5 experts on one topic. They want the expert on that topic. And topics can get very granular and go down the rabbit hole. And so the further down the rabbit hole that you're an expert on, the more of the expert you become that everyone will go to. And so you're not just going to be one of many, you're going to be the one expert on that specific topic. So that's my 6th point. You got to choose the subject that you want to be the expert on. And then number 7, you got to put yourself out there. You got to put yourself out there daily or weekly, consistently delivering value, being human, and being authentic, so that you can practice these 4 things and get people's attention, right? So you take you take what you're an expert on, and you go out there, you put yourself out there, and you practice these 4 things, and you will start getting attention. And then after that, you will also be known as the subject matter expert on the topic of expertise that you chose to be on. So that's the benefit of actually taking something to be an expert on, focusing in on it, delivering constant value with humanness and authenticity to people out there. You'll get their attention, and then you'll be able to exert influence in a beneficial way, but you'll be able to exert influence. This is Ryan from the Mavericks. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, if you're a Maverick, I highly encourage you to join our group. If you are interested in getting to the first million and beyond, if you are interested in getting autonomy over your income, control over the income you desire, don't go at it alone. There's a whole group of people like us that are trying to do that at the same time. We're called the Mavericks. You can join us at mavericks.goldwynandsons.com. Again, that's mavericks.goldwynandsons.com. Just put your email there. You'll join the group, and I'll give you a bunch of free gifts that you will definitely find worthwhile. Thanks so much for your time. Take care.